dog started to bark, as you probably all heard. I don't know how to edit this. It's going to go up raw, but we're at the same place. I want to see him shocked again by him hearing about the lit agent that was there.
Getting a foot massage. Now, he described seeing you there, getting a foot massage from a young Russian woman. Did that happen? You're up.
Looking through his eyebrows now, so this is like basically he's saying, are you fucking kidding me? How dare you say this? So this is a very gruff face. His lips are almost non-existent, and he's talking through that eyebrow again with my pen purely because I can. Dark here again, but he's looking this way, so his eyes are actually darting this way rather than straight ahead. I know that doesn't look straight ahead, but you know what I mean. I like this pen thing.
You're absolutely sure you can't remember?
Absolutely sure.
So John Brockman's statement is false?
I don't know Mr. Brockman, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, you did.
Wasn't you getting a foot massage from a Russian girl in Jeffrey Epstein's house?
Oh, that is the most...
It might
Oh,
seem...
hang on. Look. Here's my pen. So, before when he was shocked, his eyebrows went up like this. Okay, and this all furrowed across the top of his head. Now, I'm going to take that off. I'm going to do here. I still have the dogs. This is... I'm sorry, that's my dog scratching himself. I'm so sorry. This is him really, like, what the fuck? I'm trying to be upset and cranky by this because that's an outrageous lie that you're saying. But that's the only place that this is happening. The rest of the face is very much gentle. Oh, he looks like Trump now. He's, you know how I talk about the dry tissue that we have when someone fake cries. This is a false like, no I didn't. So hang on. Okay, so take that off and press play. I don't want you.
A funny way to break off a friendship. A 4-day house party of sorts with a dinner. It's an odd way to break
It's a
up a
difficult way
friendship.
of putting it.
Again,
That's a very stark
so-
way of putting it.
He has just interrupted her again.
Yes, you're absolutely right. But actually, the truth of it is that I actually only
Quantifier.
saw him for about the dinner party, the walk in the park, and probably passing in the passage.
And then 19
So
parties.
let's move to that Central Park walk,
Yeah.
which was snapped. Friends of yours suggest that Epstein wanted that photo taken. Perhaps he'd even set it up. Do you worry that you were being played?
This is the point. He can right now go, oh my God, maybe it was. He could play the victim here, but as you saw with that deep breath in and sigh, he's going to go on with some long-winded bullshit answer.
Again, new information is coming out since his suicide.
Oh, he said suicide.
Made us really praise that.
A lot of people shy away from saying the word suicide, and I totally get it, and people do that around me because of my husband's death. But it's interesting that to him saying that word wasn't an issue at all. Just something. That's an aside.
Walk in the park. We can't find any evidence, my staff and my people and I can't find any evidence to suggest that that was what he was doing. I mean, you can look at it in so many different ways. But the fact of the matter is
You can look at it in so many different ways, but the truth is, you said that you had no desire to reassociate with this guy following his release from jail and his one event, and then you're at a party 2 days later. It's not exactly breaking it off, like boyfriend and girlfriend sort of crap. He is trying to say, that you're trying to curve this conversation in one way. Oh my God, I think I can see a spider. Sorry. Oh, I have to check what that is later. But it's moving. I will try and ignore it. He is trying to say that there's multiple different angles to this story of the photograph, and so he's trying to make people think of different ways it could be taken, and that's why she offered him, maybe it was a stage photo, like he wanted to get something over you. Now we know that in police interrogations they do that too. They say, oh, maybe the death was an accident, or maybe you just got too angry, or maybe you were too drunk, and they allow them to go along with that storyline, and this is exactly what he is doing here. He's saying, he was saying that he was there to break it off with him, and she's saying, oh, maybe it was staged to sort of like get something over you, and he's saying, well, it could be anything. So he hasn't taken that bait as much as he could have, but I think it's interesting that he is saying that there's all these different angles, and an onion.
Is that somebody very cleverly took that photograph. It wasn't.
Okay, he did jump on it.
As far as I remember.
There you go.
Nor do my security people.
He is going for it.
Anybody being present or close, because there were enough security around. I mean, there are photographs of the security people are around in the photograph. So I mean, he could have done. But I
no, he did. He did take it, so that was his get out of jail free card.
Part of Epstein's public rehabilitation.
Oh no! Funny enough, I don't.
Okay, he kind of believes that. He's trying to say that he's not significant enough to be part of the scapegoat of this. Sorry, I'm just trying to farm my drink and trying to keep my dog quiet. Yeah, sorry, I'm just looking at his face, because again he's facing away and looking rather than facing his full face. So I can't read that. I think it's I think he's a bit embarrassed that he wasn't the superstar to rehab Epstein's reputation after his jail.
No. I mean, if he was doing, if that photograph was taken with that purpose in mind, then it doesn't equate to what actually happened.
So why wouldn't you announce this breakup when you got back? Why wouldn't you publicly explain what you'd done? Did you worry that he had something that could compromise you?
No.
There's the lie again. Where's my pen? Oh, there it is again. No, I don't believe that. Clenched jaw, swallowed lips. There's your 1, 2, 3 things to Oh, I'm sorry. I love when people lie. It cracks me up. Oops.
Do you regret that trip?
Yes.
Do you regret the whole friendship with Epstein?
Wow. Wow. My dog got shocked as well. That was a yes or no question. And he's now going to go on with some rambling. I have no idea what is about to come, but there is definitely something about to happen, and it's not the yes or no as we know.
Now, still not. And the reason being is that the people that I met and the opportunities that I was given to learn, either by him or because of him, were actually very useful. He himself, not as it were as close as you might think.
See, moved his head away. So see how he went from so look how he changes. See, look, see, facing.
Not as it were as close as.
Look, and then he turns it away.
We weren't that close. So therefore, I mean, yes, I would go and stay in his house, but that was because of his girlfriend.
was that visit, December of 2010.
I don't know why he's playing all of this about Maxwell.
Did you see him or speak to him again?
No, that was that. 2010 was it. That was it. Because I went. Well, first of all, I wanted to make sure that
They didn't have any
if
evidence.
I was going to go and see him, I had to make sure that there was enough time between his release, because it wasn't something that
It was
I
a
was
week.
going into in a hurry. But I had to go and see him. I had to go and see him. I had to.
No, you didn't.
And stay in the house.
I
with
could
convicted
easily have
sex
gone and
offender.
stayed somewhere else.
Well, why didn't you?
Sheer convenience of being able to get a hold of the man was I mean, he was in and out all over the place. So getting him in one place for a period of time to actually have a long enough conversation to say, look, these are the reasons why I'm not going to, and that happened on the walk.
July of this year, Epstein was arrested on charges of sex trafficking and abusing dozens of underage girls. One of Epstein's accusers, Virginia Roberts, has made allegations against you. She says she met you in 2001. She says she dined with you, danced with you at Tramp nightclub in London.
Tramp
She went
nightclub.
on to have sex with you in a house in Belgravia belonging to Ghislaine Maxwell, your friend. Your response?
I have no recollection of ever meeting this lady. None whatsoever.
So, no, that didn't happen. I did not have sexual relations. Sorry, I love that quote. But I have no recollection. This is again one of those bullshit quantifying responses that he's going to say no, but I have no recollection. So when you bring up the evidence later, I can go, oh, well, maybe I did.
You don't remember meeting her.
Closes
She
his
says
eyes
she
every
met
time he
you
said no.
In 2001, she dined with you. She danced with you. You bought her drinks. You were in Tramp nightclub in London. And she went on to have sex with you in a house in
No response.
Belgravia belonging to Ghislaine Maxwell.
Didn't happen.
Do you remember her?
I have no recollection.
I mean, he's a prince who was on royal duties. Let's face it, how many people has he met over the thousands of years? Yes, this may be one sexual assault victim that maybe he should remember doing horrible things to, but his answer here should have been, I'm a royal, I've met millions of people, I don't remember them all, kind of thing. The fact that he's sort of, just pinpointing on this one, I think was a soft response, and he could have actually gone a bit, yeah, fuck you.
Convinced that I was never in tramps with her. There are a number of things that are wrong with that story. One of which is that I don't know where the bar is in tramps. I don't drink.
Interesting.
I don't think I've ever bought a drink in tramps whenever I was there.
Hang on, that's funny. So he never bought a drink in Tramps, so he doesn't know where it is, and he never bought a drink there, so that doesn't mean that someone else didn't play all these girls with drinks. He can probably say that because he probably doesn't even have cash on him. Someone else probably doesn't. As he was just saying, he has all these security guards around him. He could have sent anyone to go and get drinks, and that would be a truthful response that no, he did not get them drinks.
No, that couldn't have happened because the date that is being suggested, I was at home with the children.
With the children.
You know that you were at home with the children. Was it a memorable night?
On that particular day,
There would
I
be
understand that it's
royal
the
diaries.
10th of March. I was at home. I was with the children. I'd taken Beatrice to a Pizza Express in Woking for a party at I suppose sort of 4 or 5 in the afternoon. And then because the Duchess was away, we have a simple rule in the family that when one's away, the other one's there. I was on terminal leave at the time from the Royal Navy, so therefore I was at home.
Why would you remember that so specifically? Why would you remember a Pizza Express birthday and being at home?
Because going to Pizza Express in Woking is an unusual thing for me to do.
Oh,
A very
oh my God! Did you see that?
unusual thing for me to do.
The smile.
A very
Oh my God! Talk about the Cheshire Cat. That was the Cheshire Cat right there, right then. Let's watch it again. Oops! Stop. Stop.
is an unusual thing for me to do.
Watch it. Oh,
Very unusual thing for me to do. I've never been.
that's
never been to a
gotcha.
couple
That's my response.
and I remember it weirdly, distinctly. As soon as somebody
2001.
reminded me of it, I went, "Oh yes, I remember that." But I have no recollection of ever meeting.
So he took his daughter to a party at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and so he thinks he couldn't beat tramps that night.
Yes.
She was very specific about that night. She described dancing with you and you profusely sweating, and that she went on to
He's sweating now.
bath,
There's
possibly.
a slight problem with the sweating because I have a peculiar medical condition, which is that I don't sweat. Well, I didn't sweat at the time, and that was actually, yes, I didn't sweat at the time because I had suffered what I would describe as an overdose of adrenaline in the Falklands War when I was shot at.
Oh my God.
And I
He's a war hero.
It was almost impossible for me to sweat. And it's only because I have done a number of things in the recent past.
Can someone check that, see if that's a real thing?
To be able to do that again. So I'm afraid to say that there's a medical condition that says that it didn't do it, so therefore.
I'm going to have to look for photos of him
Possible that you
sweating.
met Virginia Roberts, dined with her, danced with her in tramp,
Facing
had
away.
sex with her on another date.
No.
Do you remember meeting
I'll stop
her
after
at
this
all?
one.
Do you know you didn't meet her, or do you just not
Good,
remember
Christian.
meeting
No,
her?
I don't know if I've met her. But no, I have no recollection of meeting her.
Because she was very specific. She described the dance that you had together in Tramp. She described meeting you. She was a 17-year-old girl meeting a senior member of the royal family.
Never happened.
She provided a photo
Hasn't moved
of
his
the two
legs.
of you together.
Yep.
Your arm was around her waist.
Yes.
You've seen the photo.
I've seen the photograph.
How do you explain that?
I can't
I'm sorry. Okay.
because I have no.
I get this. Yes, there's untoward events that were happening that they've actually said yes, that this is what was going on. But I've taken photos with a lot of different people over the years, either as the person or as the fan, and I've had men put their arms around me to get close for the photo. I've had killers and all sorts of things do that. I've had some very famous people do that too, and it's not anything untoward. Of course, I'm not 16, but it's interesting that that's what they're using as the proof. Like, yes, it's proof that he knew her, kind of thing. Please stop. I'm so sorry about these barks, guys. I just don't think that the photo is enough evidence. Like, he probably did all of this, but that photo alone with his arm around her, it plays into her story, and I believe her story. But I just think, and sexual assault cases are very hard to prove because it is a he said, she said kind of thing, which is frustrating that there is that onus on not being believed. But having a photo taken, it's where there's smoke, there's fire. But at the same time, I mean, his response here is, yes, I took a photo with her. He can deny knowing her. You can't tell me every single person that ever had a photo with him knows he knows exactly who they are these days. I think we'll just stop it after this question.
Again, I have absolutely no memory of that photograph ever being taken.
Do you recognise yourself in the photo?
Yeah, it's pretty difficult not to recognise yourself.
Okay, so we end where the scoff. Oh, of course it was me. But it's just interesting. And here, I wish we had a blow up of there, because he's gone back down. Oh, hang on, where's my pencil? I like using this pencil. That's my dog again. So down here, he's gone into his gruff chest again, and he's got upraised eyebrows to say, oh my god, yeah, really? Anyway, I'm going to stop this because my dog wants to go outside now, and I shall continue with part 3, I guess.